Cacio e pepe, a classic Roman pasta that is as delicious as it is simple. It's one of my favorite pasta dishes to make because it only uses 3 ingredients. Cacio, cheese, which is and, pepe, pepper, and of course, pasta. It's that classic Italian way of cooking where you take a few simple ingredients, a bit of technique, a lot of love, and you end up with something greater than the sum of its parts. I always assumed this dish was impossible to veganize because of the way you use the cheese and the starchy pasta water to make a creamy, delicious emulsion. But then, the other night I was trawling the internet looking for recipe videos to copy. I stumbled upon a YouTube channel called Italia Plant-Based, and this guy makes a vegan cacio e pepe that looked so good and so authentic. This guy's channel is amazing, by the way. I mean, look how Italian this guy looks. So you know he knows what he's talking about. Actually, I don't know why you'd want to waste your time with some idiot from Cape Town. I'll just leave the link to his video in the description. Thanks for watching. Yeah, see you next time. So for any of you that decided to stick around, let's make a vegan cacio e pepe. The trick to making a good vegan cacio e pepe would be finding the right cheese that melts and emulsifies when mixed with that starchy pasta water. Most vegan cheeses aren't known for melting or emulsifying well, and they often taste really artificial. But I think I've found the one. It's the Violife Prosciano cheese, Parmesan style. This stuff is amazing. It tastes like Parmesan, smells like Parmesan, and most importantly, it melts and emulsifies like Parmesan. Let's talk pepper. You have to use whole peppercorns. None of that powdered bullshit here. We're gonna toast these peppercorns in a pan to unleash all their amazing flavors and oils.
And then we're going to grind them up using a mortar and pestle. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can put them in your pepper grinder and grind them up. It would probably be easier, but it wouldn't look or sound this satisfying. ASMR.
Now that the pepper is suitably pulverized, we need to grate our cheese. So we're going to use this part of the box grater, the part that protrudes. This will give us the finest grate and it'll help the cheese emulsify with the water better.
We need 2 cups of cheese and some extra for garnish. This stuff grates like real Parmesan. It's crazy.
The advantage of using that part of the box grater is that you get a really fine grate. The disadvantage is that you can very easily cut your finger open. But yeah, just be careful, or more importantly, don't be an idiot like me and try check the football score while grating cheese. Now that our pepper's ready and our cheese is ready, I want to talk about pasta. I know, what a change of pace. Cacio e pepe is traditionally served with spaghetti, so that's what we're going to use, but I just want to talk a little bit about pasta type. So you want to try find a bronze cut pasta. Now what that means is when the pasta is extruded into its spaghetti shape, it goes through a die, and that die can either be coated in bronze or Teflon. The more traditional way is bronze. The bronze gives you a more rough texture on the pasta, you can see it. That rough texture helps the sauce adhere to the pasta better, which makes for a better eating experience. And it also creates more starch in the pasta water, which is important for this meal for creating the emulsion. I have some of your standard Teflon cut pasta here. You can just see it's a completely different thing. It's very yellow, it's very smooth. There's none of that starch on the outside. The Teflon cut pasta is the more common, readily available one, but if you can source the bronze cut pasta, it's well worth it and you will never look back. But don't let it stop you from making this dish if you can't find it. Shoo-wee. That was a lot of information to take in. So here's some footage of me eating pasta in the bath. Enjoy! Like and subscribe. We've got all our elements ready to go. We're going to add our pasta to a pot of heavily salted boiling water. Use a bit less water than you would for pasta usually. This will just help create a bit more starch. We're going to cook the pasta for half the recommended cooking time because it's going to cook quite a while in the sauce. It all comes together really quickly, so have everything on hand.
While the pasta is cooking, heat up a large non-stick pan and add a couple ladles of pasta water. Add the cheese and start stirring to create a creamy sauce. Then add the crushed pepper and mix it in. Once your pasta is halfway cooked, add it to the pan, remembering to save a couple cups of pasta water. With the pan on a very low heat, start mixing the pasta with the sauce, adding pasta water to loosen it up. You want to keep mixing and adding pasta water until you get a beautiful glossy sauce. Then, toss it a couple of times in slow motion. Plate it up, garnishing with some extra pepe e cacio. Damn it, I got those the wrong way around. Idiot.
Wow. Firstly, eating spaghetti on camera. Don't recommend it. So this is insane. When you try this cheese by itself, it's like a really good attempt at parmesan, but it still tastes like a cheese alternative. But once it's added to the pasta water and with those toasted peppercorns, this tastes so much like cacio e pepe, it's mind-blowing. I'm a vegetarian, not a vegan, so I still eat cheese and stuff. And I often make cacio e pepe because I love it. And I sometimes still mess it up. Like I've made it a bunch of times, but some days you just have a bad day and the cheese gets rubbery, or you mess up the heat, or you mess up the amount of water. This, you can't mess it up because it's not real cheese. What I loved about this was it wasn't one of those vegan recipes where it's like they claim to be a cacio e pepe or carbonara and then it's a cashew cream thing. This is the exact same process, exact same recipe. It's just with a really good vegan cheese. This is cacio e pepe to me. It's so interesting. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this dish. You should try it. You make it at home. Tag me on Instagram at FlavorSims. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, peace out. I'm not going to try that catchphrase again. But then the other night while I was trawling the internet for... Oh, I was doing something weird. But then the other night, oh my God, I've forgotten how to blink.